Have you ever wondered if the one thing stopping you from recording the perfect guitar tone is the fact that you don't have a DI box? You plug directly into your interface and it sounds good, but it's not exactly what you want, or you truly just don't know. Well, lucky for you, today we are continuing the series of recording the perfect guitar tone. We've already gone over setups, guitar types, choices, and pickups, tone woods, had Jeff Loomis come in to talk about pick choice and how integral it is to getting the perfect tone. Rudy Ayub hopped in to talk about cable length. We did fresh strings versus dead strings, and of course the last video that we just did, finding the perfect preamp. And now we have made our way onto DI boxes. By the end of this video, your questions will be answered of which type of DI box you should grab and if it really makes a difference when you're trying to find the right tone. So what's happening, fam? Miami here with JST, and today, like I said, we are going to be breaking down and diving into DI boxes. I brought 3 very popular DI boxes along for the ride, and of course we have to have a preamp that goes with this, right? Well, in our last video we shot out a bunch of them, and I had a poll in the Joey Sturgis Tones forum asking which one we wanted to continue the series with. The majority of you said the Chandler Germanium. Now, in reality, most of you aren't gonna spend $1,200 on a preamp. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm not just gonna give you what you want, but I'm gonna give you what you need. We're going to be doing this with both the Chandler Germanium and the Audient ID44, which is a more budget-friendly preamp and interface for you guys. Now, the same pre's that are in the ID44 are in the ID4 and the ID14, which range from $200 to $300. Yes, very affordable. But since you guys are gonna make me do this with the Chandler Germanium, I'm gonna make you take this out of the rack with me. I was dreading this moment. Now that we're done with that, let's start talking about these DI boxes. Now, first you need to understand what a DI box is. It basically is going to take your guitar signal and bring that from line level to mic level. And of course, this has a lot to do with impedance and unbalanced versus balance, but that's for another time because today we're talking about the hardware. Now, like I said, I brought 3 very popular DI boxes with me today. The passive DI box I brought is the Radial Pro DI. I've seen this in a million studios, great passive DI box. A favorite of mine and Joey's, the Countryman DI, which is an active DI box. You know, I've been using this thing for the last 5 years. And we brought an active and passive DI box that was requested by you guys. The Little Labs Red Eye DI and reamp box. Yes, it doubles as both. You can use this for DI or reamping. Has 4 pretty cool buttons on the front to engage. And speaking of which, there's 4 buttons I need you guys to engage with right now. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the video so far. Make sure to hit that share button if you have to show some of your friends this. And of course, the 4th, make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified when we upload more content like this. So if you were wondering, yes, my transition game is still crazy. So as we go through these examples, I want you guys to pay attention. You'll be able to hear the differences from just using a preamp with no DI box and then using one with a DI box and different types of DI boxes. So tried to give you every option and combination that was possible. We're going to start this off with the Chandler Germanium since it was the most requested. Then we will be doing the Audient ID44. Pay very close attention to the differences that happen from a passive DI box to an active DI box because it's kind of wild. What did I tell you? The differences between those is pretty wild, right? Like if you're trying to find a specific tone, you kind of want to know what type of DI box you should reach for. Let's check this same thing out with the more budget-friendly ID44 and see if we come to the same conclusion. All right, let's go. So like I said before, results very interesting, wildly different from active to passive and even just plugging into your interface. I try not to give my opinions too much on these things, but I just gotta come out and say, I like active DI boxes. You know, like the way that they sound with the transients attacking, it's a little bit juicier right out the gate. In rock, in heavy rock and metal, this is just the way to go for me personally. Just my own thoughts, my own opinion. Don't crucify me. But if you want something a little warmer or you're trying to shave off some transients, maybe using a passive DI box is the way to go. What was your favorite DI box out of all of them? Was there something that caught your ear or had you interested? When would you reach for a passive versus an active DI box? Let me know down in the comments, and please stick with me through the rest of the series because we're just about to get to the really good stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be continuing the series next week. If you're an engineer on the come up, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You only have to do it one time, and tap that bell for notification so when a video drops, you know the location. Till next time, I'm out of here. Mic drop. Except as engineers we know, I'd never really drop this thing because it get really expensive, even if it is a piece of shirt. Later.